So, I know y'all can barely see me, but I just cut my camera on so y'all can really get a feel for not necessarily what I go through, because I'm not saying that what I'm going through right now is serious compared to what other people go through, but y'all, depression is real, and I can't express that enough. Like, because I work with doctors and with patients, there are so many black people that come in to see the doctor and they're like, I didn't know depression was a real thing and it was this common in black people. Like, this is white people stuff. Black people not supposed to be depressed. They supposed to fight through it. But it's just like, you have to understand that this is not, depression is not a race thing. It doesn't pick which race it wants to be a part of. And I mean, for me, when I get overwhelmed, I get depressed. So, not necessarily, I'm sure people would call it anxiety, but when I get overwhelmed with like one situation, that causes me to go into like a depression, and I just sit there and I cry, and it's like sometimes I can't do anything about it, sometimes I can do something, but I just don't want to. And sometimes and this may sound bad, but sometimes I feel like, who would really care if I died? Like, I feel like some people wouldn't. I know my parents would because I'm their child, but it's just like, who cares? And it's like, I think that, but I don't do anything. But that's not a good way to think. And because I work in psychiatry, I've seen people who've had stories where they jumped off of bridges or ran into traffic because they think that way and then they act upon it. So it's just like, I shouldn't be thinking that way. And I literally, y'all see me laying in my bed, I literally had to leave my job. I could have been making money right now, but I had to leave my job because I just couldn't make it through the rest of the day. And I shouldn't be letting this overpower me like that. And I used to go to a psychologist when I was in Miami, but since then I haven't really talked to anybody, and now I'm like calling around trying to find out who I can talk to because I need to talk to somebody other than my family. I'm trying to find out who I can talk to, and everybody's like, well, appointments are booked like 5 and 6 months in advance, or 5 and 6 months out, 3 months out, and I'm just like, I need to be seen now. Like, I feel like it's just getting worse every time I get depressed, and I try and blame it on like PMS, because when it's that time of the month rolls around, like, I get really depressed to the point that I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be talked to. But then I can look at the TV show and I'll be all right. And I don't like feeling like this. Like, what I'm going through right now is nothing but relationship shit, and I'm letting it overpower me and keep me from making money and put me in the bed to where I really just don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be left alone. And I hate feeling like this, but it's just like that's how I feel. I can't really control how I feel. And I don't know if I told y'all the whole story about like my current situation with a relationship I used to have, but this guy I used to talk to in the military, we've been together at this time, or ending at this point, about 4 years. 2 years we were together, 2 years he was in the military, and to me that shit just pretty much ruined our relationship. We don't really see each other that often. When he does come home, he spends time with his family, and I have other stuff to focus on, so it's just like we aren't really on the same page with a lot of stuff. And yeah, pretty much it just ended today. But it's just like, I don't know. I guess talking to y'all about it somewhat makes it a little bit better, but it's just like I feel like a lot of the stuff that I feel like I go through, or I say that I go through, really isn't anything significant, or it may not sound significant to other people, but when it has to do with somebody that I feel like I'm really attached to, or something that I feel like I put my all into, and it just ends, it's just like, I'm the type of person that likes to try and fix stuff, and if I can't fix it, if I can't do anything about it, then I just kind of like shut down. And it sucks. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like, if I could show y'all the beginning to the end of my relationship, y'all would be like, damn, this shit really did start to go downhill from the military. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, I have to live my life. I have to pursue my career in healthcare. I can't be that female that just sits up under him and watch him go to work while I just sit at home and I do nothing. I can't do that to myself. My parents didn't raise me to... They raised me to be taken care of, but they didn't raise me to not work. So it's just like, it's a lot. And I know some of y'all watching this probably like, oh, people go through relationship troubles all the time. It's nothing. But when you have depression and you deal with it on a day-by-day basis, if not day-by-day, month-by-month basis, it's different. Because you don't know... You may understand how I feel because of the situation of the relationship, but you can never say that you understand how I feel when I get to the point of depression to where I just don't want to do anything and I'd rather die. And I really hate saying those words out of my mouth because it sounds like I'm suicidal, but I've never acted upon it. I've just thought about it, like, who would really care? Tired of putting videos of me crying.